All right, welcome back to the show. Today, we're diving into one of the most fascinating matchups in college basketball right now. UConn Huskies women's basketball versus South Carolina Gamecocks women's basketball. Skill versus power. Precision versus physicality.
Yeah, and this isn't just hype. This is a legit stylistic war. Two elite programs built in completely different ways, both dominating the sport in their own eras.
Let's start with identity. UConn under Gino Auriemma has always been about execution, spacing, shooting, decision-making. They want to beat you with perfection.
Exactly. It's almost surgical. They don't overwhelm you physically, they outthink you and outplay you. Meanwhile, South Carolina under Don Stolley, totally different philosophy.
Yeah, they're like a pressure system. Defense first, relentless rebounding, depth everywhere. They want to wear you down over 40 minutes.
It's basically UConn tries to control the quality of the game, South Carolina controls the conditions of the game.
So, when these two met in 2026, it was almost a case study. UConn came in undefeated, blowing teams out by huge margins.
And then South Carolina just disrupted everything, held them to terrible shooting, around 30%. That's not normal for UConn.
Not at all. And it wasn't luck. It was physical defense, contesting every shot, denying rhythm.
Plus, the rebounding gap. That's the part people underestimate. South Carolina didn't just defend, they ended possessions and created new ones.
Right. And then there's the free throw disparity. South Carolina lived at the line. UConn barely got there.
Which tells you everything about play style. One team attacks inside, the other lives on jump shots.
Let's talk roster construction. UConn leans heavily on top-tier talent. When their stars are on, they look unbeatable.
But when those stars struggle, the system can stall, and that's exactly what happened. Poor shooting nights, and suddenly the offense collapses.
Meanwhile, South Carolina, it's like waves, no single point of failure.
Yeah, 5 players can hurt you. If one is off, another steps up. That depth is a huge advantage in high-pressure games.
Here's what makes this rivalry so interesting, though. It's not one-sided.
Exactly. UConn blew them out in 2025 championship. Then South Carolina flipped it in 2026.
So what changed?
Honestly, game conditions. When UConn controls tempo and hits shots, they're unstoppable. But when South Carolina slows it down and makes it physical, it's a different game.
So it's not about who's better overall. It's about who imposes their style.
All right, let's settle it. One game, neutral court. Who are you taking?
If it's clean, fast, and offensive, I'm taking UConn.
Same. But if it's gritty, physical, and defensive?
Yeah, South Carolina, no question. They just have more control over the physical side of the game.
At the end of the day, this is what makes the matchup elite. It's not just talent, it's philosophy.
UConn represents basketball perfection. South Carolina represents basketball force.
And whoever wins is the one that makes the other play their game.
Couldn't have said it better. That's it for today. We'll catch you next time.